This is just a quick short, and it's only because I'm up against the clock, but I'm not gonna short you out on making a video of what you'll be buying. This is just a frame that's sold, and I'm just cleaned it up. So normally we clean them before we sell them, but sometimes they, well, that's not always true actually. A lot of times they pre-sell, which is in this case. So this is a 6-cylinder YJ frame, grade A. All the paint you see on it, all the black paint, it's all factory. That's how clean our frames are. They're absolutely perfect. Look at the bushing holes for your frame. Sorry, I'm a little tired. I'm going on like 4 hours of sleep the last few days trying to get ready for this trip. So, and I am leaving tomorrow morning. I shouldn't say that. I'm gonna leave tonight, okay? I'm gonna leave tonight. That way, I'll be out of here no later than tomorrow morning, okay? Because I'm pretty much loaded. But I do have some room for some frames. So this is what you're going to basically get if you get a frame from me, an A grade frame. If you don't mind, you know, not all the paint still on it because you're gonna be sandblasting it. I got some of those too. And this is 6-cylinder. If you need a 4-cylinder, I have those as well, and then also TJ. But overall, I want you to see this frame because I can shoot this off to you real quick. And although it's not the frame you'll be getting, I can promise you that if you get an A grade frame, it'll be as good or better than this one. And I don't even have a video of a B right now. I'm sure there's one on our website, partsbreakers.com. But 303-666-9020. This will probably be uploaded on YouTube. It is, let's see, what is today? November. My son and I changed my watch yesterday to a turkey for him. He's 3, and it does not tell me the date anymore. I think it's the 3rd of it's the 4th, Saturday the 4th, 2023. Okay, and it's just as clean on the bottom as the top, and we scope all. Not only do we measure our frames, which we don't buy wrecked Jeeps anyway. There's water coming out because I just washed this thing. But we run scopes through them. So this one, we have this silt stuff, so when they sit out here, they'll still get a little dusty even after we wash them. So, okay, so you can see even all there's no broken bolts. That's how it should be for an A grade frame. TJs are a little bit different. A's TJ frames are so hard to get right now that an A TJ is usually like a B plus YJ, and it's just because they're getting limited. Doesn't mean they're not rust free, doesn't mean they're not straight. It just means, and the score of a beauty frame, beauty meaning it's got almost all the original factory black paint on it, it scores a little lower on that. Oxidized metal paints come off, no scaling still, and if there was, I'd tell you about it and we discount it for that, but we really try to avoid anything that is at all rusty. So, okay, but I just want to show you this because like I said, I don't know if I'm gonna have a lot of time to make other videos today. If in fact you do buy a frame, and I don't have a lot of room, I don't even think I have any room left for tubs, but we'll try if you need one, especially if you're buying both. And I'll show you some pictures here in a minute when in this ads I'm going to start putting up here in a few minutes. I'm just trying to fill a little bit more space with frames because we're a little bit light on our frames right now. We have 7 going out. Normally we get 14 on a trailer, so I got room for 7 more, and that may not happen, and that's okay because we are absolutely stuffed on tubs right now. And if we don't add any more frames, we might even be able to squeeze another tub on there without a doubt. So, okay. So there's 9 tubs coming out right now, and it's quite a bit of space tubs take up. So anyway, my point is that if you buy a frame, if you call and say, yeah, I want a frame, I'll be in your neck of the woods. Let's just say you're east of Colorado, and I'm talking about basically the whole U.S. sector east. I haven't got any further than Connecticut at the moment, or any further north than Connecticut, but that doesn't mean it can't happen, especially with the right order, or you could always meet me down. And then I'm going all the way south into Alabama, northern Alabama, and then back up through Kansas. So if you're in anywhere near that, Carolinas, even though I'm not going through you, there's a lot of states that are around, Kentucky, northern Michigan. I have a guy that bought a frame up in Levering, which he's bought. As a matter of fact, they shop with us every year. They buy at least 1 or 2 frames and tubs, so it's a good reference for us. They're sending a driver down because I'm not going all the way up north. Now, if something changes and I get a big enough load or a few frames today, and it could happen, my wife, I drive her absolutely insane because, and that's probably the reason she's not going well, she's pregnant too, but I will add things at the very last. I'm not kidding. I've been rolling out the gate up here before, and a call will come in. We will be strapped and loaded, and it'll be like, it's just so hard because fuel's expensive. You know, these trips cost a lot of money. So even an extra axle or engine, or, you know, we're not taking too many small items. Although if you need an AX15, I can load one of those. If you need an MV3550, I can load one of those. I even have an NSG 370. I think I have two of them. I think I have one early JK and one, and that's a 6-speed for those of you who don't know. And then I have one TJ that it's on consignment right now. It's got 68K. So I'll do it today only for small stuff, but the big stuff is what I'm going after right now. And the reason is folks, this is why we are a production yard. Okay, this is our yard. We have 7 acres, and when I mean 7 acres, we have 7 acres of nothing but Jeeps out here. Okay, we have a couple of trucks, but they're like 3 of them. I mean, these are, and this isn't even all of them. I got a yard full up there. I got, my house is up there. We live on the property, and I got another probably 30 up there that we just haven't filtered down here yet. Because we're trying to clean up the yard right now. We're trying not to overwhelm our guys. We have 7 employees right now. We haven't had 7 employees since 2017. This is the first year. Not only do we have 7 employees, we, not necessarily by choice, although it's something I always wanted to do for our guys, but the state has forced everybody that's got 5 or more employees to offer full retirement and full health care. I know that seems silly not to think that that's not something everybody should have, and I agree with you, but for a company our size at 5, it is extremely difficult. That alone is costing between $4,000 and $5,000 a month to pay the healthcare and the thing. Now, I'm not saying that as whining to you, because I love what we do, and I absolutely, you know, maybe sometimes being forced to do something, inevitably you end up working through it. So I'm proud to say that that's who we are now. That's what we offer now, and it's exciting because our guys are able to. They don't have to go work at Walmart just to get benefits now. So I'm pumped for that. But I say all that because, look, this is why I'm saying that we are. We take everything we can get, and we're even doing service work right now. And to give you a couple ideas on service work, I'm not talking about local oil changes, okay? I'm talking about people who shipped us their Jeep and have trusted us. Josue in Los Angeles, shout out to you. He shipped us his 1970 CJ5 for a power steering conversion originally, an axle swap, transmission upgrade, and what we found out later ended up being an engine when it got here, because the engine he had in it, the old Buick Dauntless, has got low compression. So, and that may not be, we may not be doing the engine on it, so we yet to determine. But point is that, you know, we're busy, to say the least. So for me to be able to take the time, and we'll have a down. Trust me, with me not on the phones, because I'm the number one. I'm the only salesperson out here at the moment. I'm trying to get some sales guys in here, but at the moment that's just me. So. Everybody else is doing stuff in the back, service work or dismantles. My wife is helping on the shipping. Kevin's doing shipping, and we just hired Jerry Jr., which is Jerry Senior's son, which is awesome. And you know, because we're falling behind, we don't want to fall behind for customers. So anyway, a lot of talk here. Just trying to give you a feel for who we are and what we do. I know we live in a world where, unfortunately, people make a living scamming people, and I always tell people on the phone and they're hesitant on purchasing something, like, do your research, go online, Google us. The internet is so powerful these days. In the old days, you couldn't check somebody out. Now you can scope somebody out, you know. And I'm proud to say, you know, we have really gone after our customer base with good service, and we have, for a junkyard, I think we probably have the highest in the country. We rarely get comments on delayed shipments. It happens every once in a while. It's inevitable, but we rarely get comments on advertising a part that we don't have currently in stock or on the shelf. And if we do, I go out of my way. I'll go buy a Jeep immediately just to do it, just to not have to tell somebody that we failed in some way, shape, or form. So, and again, I tell everybody, don't take what I'm telling you. Okay, if you trust me, great. I love it. I appreciate it. Okay, but if you are hesitant, then be hesitant. Okay, go online, look us up. We're in let me give you our address and our phone number. Our phone number is 303-666-9020. our website. It's parts, P-A-R-T-S, breakers, B-R-E-A-K-E-R-S.com. Our legacy website is jeepsunlimited.net. Jeeps Unlimited has been around since 1984. I purchased the company in the end of 2014. And before that, I've been doing it for about 10 years. So I'm going on, no, take it back, about 8 years. I'm going on 18 years right now. So that's one thing. Now, don't go to our website. He's not going to tell you much about who we are other than what we sell. Do the due diligence and Google Parts Breakers, Grand Junction, Colorado, or Google Jeeps Unlimited, Grand Junction, Colorado. Okay? If you see reviews on Jeeps Unlimited from prior to 2014, which I don't think there's many out there left, yes, well, I didn't own the company then, and they were dirtbags. And the only reason we kept the name is because they'd been around since 84. And then the name, the number, the website, it was all legacy. So we, instead of starting fresh, we started from the top down, and with personnel issues, we got rid of them. We started organizing, and then in 2018, after we got all set up in Erie, north of Denver, and things were running smoothly, and after I said to everybody, including myself, I'm never gonna move another junkyard again, because at this point I had moved 3, including buying out 2 out of state. And what did I do? I moved the entire operation to Grand Junction, Colorado. Okay, so our address is 3061 Highway 50, Grand Junction, Colorado, 81503. If you're seeing our images on a different website that doesn't say anything what I just mentioned on contacting, the only contact number we have out there, our main one, is the 303-666-9020. My work cell, which I usually give out after I've spoken with you, but I'm going to tell you it now just so you know it, is 970-208-7610, okay? And then lastly, and I am going to be putting this on YouTube right now, and then there is a couple other, we have another 303-828-9020, I believe, and then there's one more that's similar. So if you see, you know, around that, or if you just call Verified, call those 2 main numbers I gave you, my work cell is a primary number. And now we have Grasshopper, which is allowing you to text to that. We're still playing catch up on some text messaging and email, so I apologize. And guys, I know there's Facebook users out there who have been extremely patient. For a long time, Facebook was just a means to an end, in the sense that we would just kind of put our name out there. They never really turned into it. Now Facebook has become one of our bigger sources of leads, and especially on frames and tubs. I would say we have a close rate of like 80 to 90% once we talk to you. I'm going to insist on you calling me or giving me your phone number. And if you give me your phone number, I'm going to do my dangest to try to call you before I leave today or whenever we're trying to speak. But that's the best thing to do, is just call me, and don't worry about hassling, because that's what we are. So, all right, so a lot of talk. Now, one little thing here, you're seeing all these parts sliding around. This is what I was talking about. We completely emptied all our Connex boxes, all our shelves, to do a big count and to reorganize. I had a couple guys out here 2 years ago that just put things everywhere. And I am one of those people that if you're gonna clean, you're gonna clean right. It drives everybody nuts, but I made everybody empty it. My point is that I hope that they learn and they don't do it again. But it seems like every 4 or 5 years it happens. So that's why you're seeing kind of pallets of stuff everywhere. They're all, I mean, literally, we probably have 40 pallets, or 40 different sections of 30 plus pallets sitting around. So all of our interior stuff is, for the most part, is still in the Connex. We didn't want to get some of that damage. So transmissions are covered, so there's no water getting anything like that. Transfer cases as well. And yeah, now, if you need something small, we will ship it UPS. If you miss this trip, it's not the end of the world. To be quite honest with you, the only reason I would say to push for this trip is you're going to save a couple $100 on shipping, because I do flat rate $500 on anything large, and we can talk about the little stuff, okay? Versus a freight company is probably going to be double that, and a hot shot somewhere in between. That's one of the reasons. Save a little money. Okay, I likely, if it's a frame today, I'll make you a better deal on it, and because I'd love to fill this thing up. Frames are hard to get, especially this quality, so it'll be a little bit. It's not gonna be a lot. It's not gonna be free. It's not gonna be $100. So, you know, don't, if you're looking to spend $100, and I'm not trying to insult anybody when I'm saying this, but save us both the time. Don't waste your time. Don't waste ours, and just you know, continue to look around or accept something maybe a little bit less of quality. But if you look at our website and you're okay with the pricing on our frames, we don't list those in our videos because these videos become, you know, a video today becomes a video of yesterday, and then of 10 years down the road, and pricing changes. These things are getting harder and harder to get. I know there's a company, and I won't mention their name. I don't have any problem with them. They're a good company, I think. Well, actually, I don't have any personal dealings with them. I've met the owner once upon a time, and nor good nor bad. So that makes frames. So I always get that question, like, well, what about a new frame? By all means, do the research, okay? This is an original Jeep made frame, meaning that Jeep had to go through the certifications and DOT and all the BS that they have to do in order to put a vehicle on the road. I can tell you for almost certainty that all of the aftermarket parts, including lift kits and all that stuff, have some sort of warning on them that says if you know, off-road use only somewhere along the lines. It's not necessarily a reason I would say don't buy one of theirs. I would do your research and what you're doing it on, okay? If you're wanting an original built Jeep, buy an original built frame. If you don't care, you're building a buggy, buy an aftermarket one. The other big thing for us is that we can get you these quicker. I can supply a frame typically on a YJ, especially. You buy it today, you'll get it. If I have to hot shot it after I leave this week, which is what we normally do, okay? I have literally had somebody pick up a frame on Friday night and have it dropped off in New York City on Monday morning. My hotshot team is incredible, okay? It's 26 hours out there, and those guys double up on drive time. So it is not the end of the world if you miss this trip. It's just an advantage that you get to meet my mug. So other than that, the only other thing is advantage to do it is I have a little bit more flexibility with delivery. So if you can't meet me at 8 o'clock in the morning and it's only noon, fine. If you can't meet me on a Sunday, it has to be Monday, fine. I'll have to sit on my butt, okay? I try to educate people enough that we don't have that stuff happen, but if it does, it's not the end of the world. Where a hot shot is not gonna have that flexibility. They are boom, 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 okay? And this is the only trip I will have out to the East Coast for probably a year. And the reason is because my wife, Kira, who helps me down the shop and is still grinding, is pregnant, and she is due in January. So she's getting to that point where it's already becoming difficult. But when we have that little baby come out, that little baby girl is what we're having, I will not be going on the road. On top of that, I'm a firefighter now with the local fire department here in Mesa County. And I'd like to, I have an academy coming up in February, so it's gonna be a busy 2024. And I won't have time, unfortunately, to make these trips. I do enjoy making these, but in 2024, I will have very little trips to the East Coast. There may be one to the West, and that's only because we have family in Vegas and then also in California. So, okay, that's it. So today, the 4th November, 2023, I'm gonna show you here in a second. I'm gonna grab this and take this up front and make this video just a little bit longer because I wanna show you the load we got right now. They're not super heavy, but they're awkward. And I'm done picking those things up for a while. Oh, that's the other thing. Today, if you get a tub, if there is any room for a tub right now, I'm gonna have to be very clear with you on this. You are gonna have to have a tractor, a forklift, a friend, a group of guys, and if it's up, stacked up, which it very well could be on this last one, if we can even get a tub on here, we're gonna need some hands, okay? Best thing to do would be to have a forklift or a tractor, okay? Or a backhoe. I mean, we can get creative, but we just can't damage anybody else's stuff, so. Or hurt ourselves. All right, so my guys are probably waiting for me because they came in on a Saturday. Day off. Hopefully that doesn't sound too bad. Except for these guys tonight. They're usually out here quite a few hours. Most of these guys are on salary, so ready for me? I don't know if that one has any. Otherwise, you might look in that tan one that got crushed. It might have something in there, a couple. If not, I can run down. If you guys can even help me sit it on there, we can get them on. I can manage getting it bolted down and loading everything later. No, I don't want you guys to do it without me. Oh, absolutely. And oh, you already got the, yeah, perfect. Yep, I'll come up right now and. Okay. If you need a hard top for a YJ, I don't have any TJ at the moment, and I wouldn't be able to fit a JK, unfortunately, with power loaded at the moment, I don't think. We'll see how we set up, but we do have one 4-door JK top in stock. I got delayed on this trip. I was supposed to leave Wednesday, and my wife being pregnant had a little bit of a issue Monday and had to take her to the ER. Everything was okay, but we waited till her sister came out, and that was yesterday. She did get here, so that's good. Now it's just doing the final touches on everything. Like I said, trying to fill some space. So look at this load. These are all the tubs. There's actually one more tub going up, and I'll take some photos when we're all done. And we got frames, and we got an engine, and a couple other things, and even a hard top that's going. And we're gonna get creative with this hard top the way we do it. So I'm gonna wrap this up. 303-666-9020. Stay tuned for photos. I'll get this put up on the YouTube, or the ads we put up today, so you can see what we're doing. And then again, if you're looking for a frame, call me today. Don't wait. I'll make you a deal on it. 303-666-9020. Wife's calling. Gotta go.